Next on Worcester News Tonight, the Worcester Regional Airport celebrating its newest flight taking off tomorrow morning. Plus, a deputy sheriff is accused of cyberstalking a girl from Worcester County. Local experts are weighing in on how to keep kids safe on the internet. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. Starting tomorrow, people flying out of Worcester Regional Airport will have more options. Delta will offer flights between Worcester and Detroit. Our Gretchen LaRosa is live at the airport where the inaugural flight takes off. Gretchen?
Anna, tonight, the Worcester Regional Airport celebrated the launch of its 5th daily flight, which they say has a lot to offer. The flight will be wheels up at 6 a.m.
Now with this Delta service, we can broaden the destinations, not just nationally, but globally.
A trip to Detroit may not be on your bucket list, but it's a Delta Airlines hub. A 2-hour flight to the Motor City can put you on a plane to a number of other locations in the U.S. or select international destinations.
Detroit is not only a wonderful place to visit, but it's a destination point. It's a hub that can get you to 120 different locations all around the world.
And I think for a lot of people, it's about finding easy ways to commute and to connect to other places.
A 50-seat jet will make the trip daily. The airport's director believes this new service could draw people from outside central Massachusetts as well.
Worcester Regional Airport has the lowest parking rates in the whole region.
Daily parking at the airport costs just $7. It may be incentive enough for people to fly out of Worcester. Delta is the 3rd carrier to launch service at the Worcester Airport, joining JetBlue and American.
Worcester's going through this renaissance. It's growing. We're growing with them.
Now, the event was held earlier tonight at the Worcester Art Museum. The museum says they'll offer free admission to anyone who flies Delta in the month of August, as long as you show your boarding pass. Live in Worcester, Gretchen LaRosa, Worcester News Tonight.
Over the past 10 years, Worcester's seen a decrease in riders on the WRTA. Thursday, a meeting was held in hopes of changing that. Members of the community gathered and discussed possible solutions to the problem. Some believe free fares are the answer. Worcester City Councilor Gary Rosen was at the meeting to hear people's suggestions and find the best solution to the issue.
WRTA is needed by so many people to go to work, to go to the doctors, to go to certainly supermarket shopping and many other places, events in their lives. But the ridership does appear to be low. You look at so many buses going through the city and they're pretty much empty.
If the WRTA went free fares, they would have to find or raise $3 million. Construction at Kelly Square and the ballpark project are projected to begin soon, and Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito is reminding people to support the businesses in the area. She says while there will be construction, it's important to back the businesses which have made the Canal District what it is today. With mapped out areas to park and ways to walk around the Canal District, she says these businesses will still be accessible.
And in order for them to continue to thrive and to succeed, we need to make the extra effort to get to them so that they are supported during the construction time and then continue to be open and available to all of us after the construction is completed.
She says in less than 2 years, the area will bring even more exciting places and destinations for people to enjoy. A Texas deputy charged with cyberstalking a young Worcester girl is drawing attention to the importance of online safety. The U.S. Attorney's Office says they met on the game Minecraft. In Worcester, students are taught in public school the dangers of online predators. Our Brittany SCHAEFER has more.
A deputy sheriff from Texas is facing charges. The U.S. Attorney's Office says he cyberstalked a Worcester teen for years, starting in 2014. The two allegedly met on the online game Minecraft when the girl was 12 years old. Massachusetts Digital Games Institute says it's easy to mask identity online.
I look at something like that and I say, if I understand what my kid's doing in Minecraft and I can actually talk to them about what they're experiencing, as a parent, I've got a much better chance of noticing something odd and intervening.
Over the years, Pasquale Salas allegedly forced the young girl to send hundreds of explicit photos. MassDigi Managing Director Monty Sharma says most online games are designed to include messaging.
Those social relationships get people to play longer and play more. So, if you're a game company who's got an online game, you want to build that up.
It's a gateway for somebody who's pretending to be, a 14-year-old girl that's interested in you to being a 38-year-old male. You don't know that via text.
The Worcester Public Schools teach internet safety in all grade levels. Information Technology Officer Robert Walton says it's a high priority in the district.
Obviously, there's online predators that are looking to take advantage of, naive children. We don't want to just protect our children. We want to teach them how to use the internet properly, because they're going to have access to the internet outside the walls of our schools.
Sharma says it's important for parents to treat online relationships similarly to those in person.
Being online is no different than reality, right? So if your kid plays on a baseball team with somebody, they're going to be friends with them. If they play in a game with somebody, friendships will develop. And if a child feels something slightly wrong, no matter where it is, they feel comfortable in talking to their parents.
Walton says another way to monitor teens' online use is by keeping computers in common areas of the home. Brittany SCHAEFER, Worcester News Tonight.
The FIFA World Cup may have come and gone, but the Worcester World Cup is right around the corner. Over 15 different nationalities will be represented in the Worcester World Cup at Foley Stadium. This is the 14th year the event has been held. Event organizer Manny Reyes has been a part of the event for the last decade, and he says using the most popular sport in the world is a great way for people to connect.
Really seeing the people, it is a representation of Worcester's diversity, and just being able to see that all mixed into one through the sport of soccer.
The event will be held August 8th through the 11th. Loud train horns, sometimes before the sun even comes up, are becoming a nuance for neighbors in Grafton. The Grafton-Upton Railroad crosses through a section of town, and people who live close by say something needs to be done. Our Chandler Walsh spoke with residents and has more.
This North Grafton intersection is quiet now, but residents say it's not the case early in the morning when frequent train horns sound.
Sometimes it's woken me up out of a dead sleep.
It makes a loud screeching noise. It's constant for those an hour or so in the morning, and then they're gone.
Dorothy Normandin has lived here almost 40 years and says the Grafton and Upton Railroad has been more of a nuisance in recent months.
I can hear it further down the street, and I know it's coming. And by the time it gets to the end of the street, it's really loud.
Lisa Fuller liked the idea of a railroad when she first moved here, but now says her sleep is suffering, and she's not the only one.
If you go down this road, you'll see several houses for sale, and you'll also see several houses that have been abandoned. People can't live like this.
To deal with all the complaints, the railroad is installing gates so the town can apply for a quiet zone through the North Main, East, and Waterville Streets intersection.
The gates will come down and provide a safe means of travel for the train. It'll stop pedestrian traffic. There'll be bells, but it will not be the decibel level of the horns.
Town Administrator Tim McINERNEY says it will need approval from the Federal Railroad Administration.
We want to protect their ears. We want to protect their quality of life. So this is the best solution.
Several residents want change and say the railroad needs to have a better relationship with them. They say delaying morning operation by a few hours would be a big help.
I have no problems with train service and with providing train service for customers and in the area, but to me it's a little annoying.
Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
A Rutland police officer is placed on paid administrative leave, pending results of an investigation. The department says Officer Mai Grover was allegedly involved in an off-duty domestic incident in West Brookfield. She was arrested by Massachusetts State Police. The case is being handled by the Worcester County District Attorney's Office. The Rutland Police Department is also conducting an internal investigation. The chief says they're taking the incident very seriously. A new program at Clark University aims to help local immigrants learn academic English. The program looks at skills important in the professional work environment for careers like law and medicine. Clark says right now there aren't many options for immigrants looking for the next level of master language, and this course offers it. They say it may help people secure roles in high-earning, highly educated fields.
The big problem with these immigrants and refugees coming in and not being able to work in their field of study is that they're overqualified, so they're typically underemployed or not employed at all. So that's a big problem. So through our program, we are sending more qualified people into the workforce, and we're helping these people achieve their dreams and their career aspirations.
The 6-week program finishes next week. The school says they'll offer the academic English course again in the fall with expanded enrollment. They plan to eventually link the program to the university's School of Professional Studies so students can further work on getting their chosen career. The Federal Trade Commission is advising consumers affected by the Equifax data breach to consider accepting free credit monitoring instead of a cash payment. Nearly 150 million Americans were impacted by the 2017 breach. The FTC says the amount available for a payout is capped at $31 million. So people who choose that option may not get the $125 they expect. Anyone who applied for the payment can switch to credit monitoring, which also comes with identity theft insurance.